speech entitled, Why is Star Wars similar to Toastmasters? Why is Star Wars similar to Toastmasters? Daniel Clayton.
Okay, hands up who's seen the original Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
So over half the room. Fantastic. It's my favourite movie of all time. I love it. It was released in America in 1977 and internationally released in 1978. One bright Saturday afternoon, my parents took me, aged 4, to see Star Wars, believe it or not. And we went to the Woolly Jolyon, which is near the River Thames in London. It's a nice Art Deco building with stalls on the bottom and a dress circle at the top. And it was slightly cheaper to go in the dress circle back in those days. And that's where we went, right at the front row. I remember it to this day. It was the first feature film I saw, and one that I will always cherish. And my dad took me to, and my mum was ready for me, my dad. You're probably thinking, why is Star Wars similar to Toastmasters? Well, I'd like to explain. The protagonist in the movie, Luke Skywalker, at the start of the movie, he actually meets an old hermit called Obi-Wan Kenobi, who's an old Jedi Master. Not that he knows at the time, but he meets him, and he asks him to come on a journey with him. Obi-Wan tells him about the Jedi ways and the Force. And he's a bit apprehensive, Luke Skywalker, similar to I was before I actually came to Toastmasters. I was a bit apprehensive, not too sure if I could actually, if I was good enough. But I walked through the door a few months back, and I'm glad I did. It's a supportive group. But back to the movie. Luke Skywalker eventually joins Obi-Wan on his journey, on his quest. And what he does, he becomes his mentor. Obi-Wan Kenobi teaches Luke Skywalker the ways of becoming a Jedi and the Force, similar to Toastmasters, the art of persuasion, structured learning, practicing, leadership skills, all these things that we learn today in this room and we put into practice. Further on in the movie, Obi-Wan Kenobi is teaching Luke Skywalker the ways of the Jedi. And the Jedi weapon of choice is the lightsaber. He uses that, he practices with the lightsaber all the way through the movie and gets better and better. I like Luke Skywalker, I've got my own lightsaber where I write notes and I craft my speeches. And halfway through the movie, Luke Skywalker's put in a really uncomfortable situation. He's put in an old garbage chute, ends up in the middle, surrounded by rubbish, and out of nowhere, a big large tentacle wraps around his neck, drags him underneath. He can't speak, he can't do anything. And I've heard people talk in Toastmasters about being put in that situation, feeling uncomfortable in the middle of the room, or possibly in a situation where you can't speak and you've got the monster around your throat. The words won't come out. What happens? The monster eventually releases itself from his throat and he calls his friend, C-3PO. Help me out, let's get out of here. He manages to get his friends, Chewbacca, Han Solo and Princess Leia, out of the chute, and they venture on through the movie. And what they do, they try and find Han Solo's Millennium Falcon, which is the fastest ship in the galaxy. But on the way to finding that ship, Luke Skywalker uses a few of his skills to solve a few problems along the way with his lightsaber. Similar to what we do in Toastmasters. We use those skills in our day-to-day lives to good effect. As Luke Skywalker gets to the Millennium Falcon with his friends, he sees his mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, fighting his nemesis, Darth Vader. He's there with his lightsaber, and Luke can see him in the distance. And unfortunately, Darth Vader swipes through Obi-Wan Kenobi, he disappears. Luke's mentor disappears. And similar to Toastmasters, our mentors will come and go. But those skills that we learn at Toastmasters will stick with us through our lives as well. So luckily, Luke and Han Solo and friends, they manage they manage to get back to the rebels' base. They work out they've got the plans for the Death Star battleship, which is nearly complete. They've got one shot of destroying that Death Star. One opportunity. And similar to Toastmasters, you may have one opportunity, one speech. It could be in a local meeting, it could be in a regional meeting, it could be national. If you're really lucky, it could be international. You've got one shot to nail it. Guess what Luke Skywalker does? He gets his squadron, gets a few friends with his support, gets into X-Wing. At the end of the movie, he nails it. They pull away, the Death Star blows up, and they get back to the rebel base. Back to the rebel base, they turn up, everyone's congratulating them, praising them. Similar to a good speech. If you have a good speech, people praise you, they pat you on the back, you take the accolades. And at the end of the movie, Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, they get medals. Similar to Toastmasters. If you put a good effort in, you get a certificate. Or a prize, or possibly a trophy. But in closing, I'd like to finish off by likening myself to Luke Skywalker. He eventually did become a Jedi Master, and like Luke Skywalker, I want to become a Master one day, a Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.